what's up everyone? Pastor JAMZ here back with another review, and today we're reviewing the latest album from ScHoolboy Q, Blue Lips. ScHoolboy Q is 37-year-old American rapper, singer-songwriter from Southern Los Angeles, based from Southern Los Angeles, because in 1986 he was actually born on a base in Germany, and got his upbringing in the 2010s, early 2010s. Started releasing some mixtapes, got signed by TDE, and has been releasing banger albums ever since. I have been a huge fan and still a huge fan of ScHoolboy Q. Fun fact, he was actually my first concert back in 2016 when he released Blank Face, and that was actually my album of the year as well. And I really enjoy his style, his music. I remember listening to Hell of a Night and Man of the Year, tracks like that with my friends and cousins whenever we would just hang out and have a good time. And especially Blank Face, that was just the peak of it all. And I might be eating those words because although his last album in 2018, Crash Talk, I think it's easily his weakest album. There are certainly bangers on that album as well, but I do think that that was a changing point for ScHoolboy Q, given that it is easily recognizable, in my opinion, as his weakest album. And I would probably give it a 7 or maybe even a 6. Anyways, I am so happy and was excited to see that he was going to be releasing this album, given that we have been hungry for some new ScHoolboy Q material. And this just released on March 1st and is full-length studio album. Let's jump right into it. 18 tracks and 56 minutes. Blue Lips, spoiler alert, is anything but amazing. I was really curious as to what sound he was going to go with this at this point. Crash Talk was more of trendy, trying to get more pop, like more of the rap pop type thing, trying to go more mainstream, and I think that's what really held that album back. However, Blue Lips is a return to form to where when ScHoolboy Q was at his peak, and that's Blank Face. You have this amazing production throughout the whole album of jazz and soul infused gangster rap, and I think that he executes it so well. It's a sound that's risky, a sound that not everyone can do, and the way that he just portrays it, it's like as if it's like a continuation of Blank Face. And I hate to compare it to his other to his previous work, but if you have not heard this yet and you have heard his previous material, then you will get a sense of what I'm talking about. And although I'm trying to refrain myself from comparing them to, it's so similar, but it's not in a way where, oh, you've heard this before and he's just doing it again. Yeah, he is basing it off of that, in my opinion, off that album, off that sound, but I feel like he's taking a bit more of like, okay, this was a sound that I enjoy doing. This is something that the fans want. Let me continue with that sound, and I appreciate that so much. Uh, just every track, all the tracks are very soulful, jazz infused, and then bam, you get hit with some random beat switch of this hard, aggressive gangster rap that doesn't come off as narcissistic, if that makes any sense. The whole album, in terms of like themes and what he discusses, it's very reflective of his life and what he has become now. Now he's reflecting on what it means to be a father to his two kids, how he wants to continue being there for them and watching them grow. The system of society today, especially in terms of fear for his children and how they're going to be growing up in this shitty place and this hard world that we live in. And I do that, like I mentioned before, I love giving background information about the artists or music group that I talk about, because if you didn't know that he was born on a base in Germany, then track number 15 might not even mean anything to you. Germany 86 is what I'm talking about, where he is reflecting on how powerful and the idol who is his mother. And, it's just a beautiful track. And speaking of beautiful tracks, easily hands down the most emotional track is number 4, Blueslides, where I got emotional. I was in tears when I first heard it. And when I continue hearing the track, it's one of the best on the album. And the Mac Miller reference, alleged Mac Miller reference, is just amazing. And the whole album, the whole track, from start to finish, you can just tell that he put his heart and soul into that. He just laid it all out there. And don't get me wrong though. Although I have been saying that it's very jazz, soul infused, there are hard hitting tracks on here like Nunya or even Pig Feet featuring Childish Major, where it's just aggressive to the point and very eccentric, and that positive energy that Schoolboy Q loves to give off. And that's why I enjoy listening to his music so much. Speaking of features and like Childish Major, all the features on here are a hit. I love that he chose artists that he has been working with before, artists who he hasn't worked with before, but they match his energy. The chemistry is all there. Something that I have a big gripe with, and when it comes to certain albums, is features that you can tell that were just there maybe because of a contract or label situation, and it falls flat. No, every single feature on here hits and goes well with Schoolboy Q. Rico Nasty, especially, where she is labeled as the weakest feature. No, I beg to differ. She matches his energy. The verse at the very, at first I was a little scared because I thought she was gonna be doing like that chorus type thing. But no, she comes out with a very versatile verse at the end of the track. And that's what I love about this whole thing as well. Blue Lips is a very versatile album. And I think people need to recognize that, especially since 2016's Blank Face was recognized as that as well and has been given praise. I am giving Schoolboy Q his flowers and his props. I'm giving credit where credit's due. Freddie Gibbs, Devin Malik, Lance Skiiiwalker, Absol. I mean, the list goes on. I would love to name everyone, but like, I don't want to keep y'all from listening to this amazing 9.5 out of 10 album. I would give it a 10 out of 10. There are no bad tracks on here. I even like Movie featuring AzChike, where Schoolboy Q doesn't even have a verse. It's just AzChike with a 2 minute and a half track. I even like that track. And I mean, that's easily regarded as one of the weaker tracks on this thing, but hey, link in the description. Go check out this amazing album. Easily, hands down, album of the year for me so far. Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. Very versatile album. Go check it out. Link in the description below. I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 because I do think that Blank Face does have a little bit more of an edge. Could I give it a 9.5 as well? But yeah, I could give them both the same score, 9.5 out of 10. But I do think that Blank Face does have that little bit of an edge and is a 10 out of 10 classic album. Will my score change in the future? I don't know. I just think they're both neck and neck. But I am a firm believer that Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q, his latest release, sixth album, Return to Form, 9.5 out of 10. Go check out this amazing album if you haven't already. Hope you're all looking forward to the next review. Pastor JAMZ out.